મારા સેક્સી લેગ્સ આવે ને એમના સ્ટ્રીમમાં મસ્ત.
Hi, this is Band Republic, episode 3. I'm Jaski and this is Daidipya Sheth.
aka Sexy Bitch 19.
AKA who?
Sexy Bitch 19.
Why Sexy Bitch 19, dude?
Oh, that's my gaming username. You know how people who game, they have this very cool usernames like Sexcott 69, Death Chaser, लवरात की रानी, मौत का सौदागर.
I don't know any of that, man.
अरे ऐसे सब नाम होता है. फिर मेरे दोस्त का नाम था आफ्टर विस्की रूसी रिस्की. तो फिर मैंने
But,
रखा सेक्सी बीच 19.
But you're not here to talk about gaming, dude. Why are you here?
You called me.
Yeah, no, but he's Daidipya is a sound engineer, right?
Yeah.
And he records for people. Is that part of the job?
Yeah. That's a part of the job, yeah.
And he composes and you play the guitar.
Yeah.
And how old are you, dude?
I'm 20.
20.
Yeah.
Nice. I've heard this song by him. It's called Baby Blue. I really love the song. I want to make a video for it someday. We'll probably put it somewhere in the video if you don't mind.
Obviously, yeah.
But currently it's so yeah. Why haven't you finished the song yet?
That's I hate that question. कि ऐसा खत्म क्यों नहीं हुआ? So basically, my mind wanders off, keeps wandering off.
Yeah.
For example, I have an album of 12 tracks, which includes Baby Blue and 11 other chill tracks. Not chill, but you know they are like pop, but easy listening songs, which are really good.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think. Which are really good. But then, like when I start working on a song, I'll be like, "हाँ मजा आ रही है." Like it's gonna get really good.
Yeah.
But then after a point, I'm like, so like it's like the artist dilemma. You know, you're never satisfied with your own work.
Yeah.
So the album.
That happened to me. Although I'm not an artist, but.
अरे मैं भी artist नहीं हूँ.
नहीं आप तो हो bro.
नहीं मैं नहीं हूँ. अरे यार.
मैंने
Okay. Another thing. I hate people who call themselves artists.
Yeah, same bro.
I hate them. Love, your work should speak for yourselves. So maybe
don't say that, man. I have a poetry blog since the last 12 years and I have a grand total of 3 subscribers. I don't think anyone reads poetry anymore. But if you read lyrics any day.
Yeah. Obviously.
Think of me. Also, I'm sorry, and I'm cutting you off, but you were saying. No, so you're born and raised here in Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
You're in Ahmedabad, as you guys know by now.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
It's very hot, but you know, we don't mind.
But see, most people in Ahmedabad I know, they want to either do their dad's business, right? Or they want to be doctors and engineers. Unlike Calcutta or Bangalore, where I still come across some people who want to explore.
My dad has a business and it's going good. Like he sells cars for a living and it's going really good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't want to do that, right?
No, that's the funny part. Okay, I don't want to do it, but you know, I have thought about doing it.
Yeah.
But मैंने ऐसे पापा को बोला भी था कि Dad, can I join your business? He's like, no. No, beta, you're gonna make music for the rest of your life. I was like, what? Okay,
nice.
cool with me.
That's new. You don't get
that's
to hear
new.
that.
Exactly, yeah. Like people I've talked to, they are like, you know, family support nahi hai. And I'm like, कि नहीं मेरे में यही है. Like they pressurize me to make music. So it's it's stressful on a whole other level. Yeah.
So do they check out what you're up to, like with music and
All
stuff?
the time, man. All the time.
What is his favorite genre?
Gujarati.
But like what? Timli, folk, garba.
Like modern Gujarati जो अभी आता है ना songs.
I don't know क्या आता है.
Yeah, मुझे भी नहीं पता.
Like filmy stuff.
Yeah, mostly filmy stuff like Bhalam
Okay.
and everything.
Like who? Louder.
Valam.
Valam. I haven't heard Valam.
Yeah, वो मतलब film songs mostly. Yeah.
And what's your favorite genre?
Oh fuck.
Okay, top 2, top 3. What do you listen to the
Top
most?
3, yeah.
Last month, what have you been listening
Okay,
to?
I've been binging Daft Punk.
Oh,
Random Access Memory.
Daft Punk.
I've been binging it like anything.
Yeah,
And then right now I was binging Queen.
yeah.
But then
Queen, I love.
the main genre, like the genre that got me into music is punk rock.
Punk rock.
Yeah. Mostly Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Green Day, obviously Green
Oh,
Day.
that
Everyone
kind.
goes
That's, yeah, that is also, that's like.
everyone goes to the Green Day or Linkin Park phase.
I didn't do.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I did.
Acha, Hani, you're into Motley Crue and everything. Heavy
White Punks
metal,
on Dope.
yeah.
Have you heard that song, White Punks on Dope by Motley Crue?
Nee, yeah.
That's the real punk, bro.
Alright.
Punk is more about the feel.
Feel,
than
yeah, about the lifestyle. and
Nowadays
the-
it's all shoegazing and.
Yeah. But well,
So yeah, I saw them live. I saw Motley Crue and Alice Cooper live.
Nice.
Before that, I've seen Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, and for Megadeth, I saw like people Lacuna Coil, Static X, and Devil Driver played before Megadeth on Giganto. So yeah, bro, अभी Wasp देखना बाकी है. तो तू ऐसा कुछ कर रहा है कभी? Like
You're really lucky though.
lucky नहीं है bro, गाड़ी बेच दिया मैंने.
Yo, you sold your car for
Yes,
damn,
ये
that's
काटना पड़ेगा.
dedication.
Dedication नहीं, इसको कुछ और. What's the word? here?
हाँ.
Not dedication. Fanboy.
Cool fan by area.
I don't know. So, coming back to you, man. This is
Yeah.
about you. What was I asking you? So, you're a sound engineer. How does that work? Please tell the audience a little
How
about
does
what a
that
sound
work?
engineer
So, I
does.
have a funny story behind it. Okay, so people keep asking me,
Huh.
like my dad and his relatives and friends, they keep fucking asking me, "Kya, how does sound and engineering work?" So, I used to explain them. You know, I make music in short, but you know, if you go to the production, I can produce, I mix, I record, I can film sound
Yeah.
and record bands, record a singer,
Yeah.
and basically everything related to music and sound design, Foley, ambience, background,
Oh, really?
everything. Yeah.
You do
That's-
all of that?
Yeah, I have done in college though as a project, and I guess I've done 1 or 2 projects
Oh.
of background sound, but they're all commercial, so you know there's nothing much to learn there because you know what you have to do. So yeah, basically my job is to everything related to sound and music. But if I have to tell people one more time, I'll be like, हाँ मैं रिंगटोन बनाता हूँ. ऐसा 3 साल पढ़ाई का,
Jingle बनाता है.
3 साल पढ़ाई करके I make ringtones for a living and jingles. But I made a jingles as well.
But that's good money, right?
Yeah, that's very good.
In Ahmedabad? Is that a good market?
Jingle market?
For whatever, like whatever you're doing.
For,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was not in the frame, hopefully.
so jingle market,
Go on, bro. यहाँ पे मतलब क्या पैसा है क्या इसमें?
I don't know. मतलब the jingle products I got 2.
रुक मैं देख के आता हूँ यार, sorry.
You know, you cannot make excuses because it's kind of hard. But you know, it's and like any other business. For example, if you start a business, it might take 3 or 5 years to get you off. So
Yeah.
it's the same with the band.
Get you off, okay.
जैसे 5 साल बाद के पैसे आ गए. Getting myself off. So stop complaining.
Yeah, man.
You don't ever.
You don't complain, right?
Yeah, you don't have a reason to.
So
complain.
coming back to that track, why haven't you finished it?
Ouch.
This is on camera, bro.
This is on camera. Fuck.
You as your
Okay.
हो गया.
I cannot give excuses now, right? Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow then. So, there are 12 tracks. So there's 2 things.
Crisscross तो बता दे.
Oh fuck! Subscribe. to
That's his
Crisscross.
band.
YouTube, and we are on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, everywhere you can find.
Same name.
Same name. Everywhere you can stream the songs, we are there. So, and we have released like we have released an EP like a month or 2 ago, but you know that EP is kind of experimental. No one cared
It's
about.
like it. You like it. I like it.
No one cared about that EP, and neither did we.
Like my blog. Huh. I feel you, bro.
Yeah. I'm working on a punk EP right now.
Yeah.
I have 8 tracks.
Okay.
It's basically like, you know, if I'm in the zone, so I'll complete anything, but I drift away very easily.
Yeah.
So I was sitting कि आज तो like I'm gonna start this album, and I gave myself a deadline.
हाँ.
Okay, June 17 is my birthday.
हाँ.
So before that I need to release this album. So
Birthday presents for June 17th.
I'll send you the links to my birthday gift. So Don't worry.
Link to the gift. You mean
Yeah.
the link your address? You're gonna.
I have a whole list of gifts that people should give me.
Yeah. What does that include? Tell them.
Bobbleheads, action figures.
Bro, I
Masks.
thought तू माइक वाइक मांगेगा, कोई बुक मांगेगा.
नहीं माइक और बुक तो है मेरे पास. मेरे को ये सब चाहिए. Like vinyls.
वाइनल.
वो सब चाहिए मेरे को.
हाँ. पर तेरे पास रिकॉर्ड वाइनल बजाने के लिए है कुछ?
वो पे गिफ्ट में है लिस्ट में है गिफ्ट के यार. I'm not gonna get these things on my own.
I've seen some nice ones in Bombay and Delhi for sale. Even here at the Ravi
They're so expensive यार. 2200. Like Nirvana का नया मैंने देखा था मैंने. It was.
That's nothing. 2,200 rupees.
Yeah.
That's nothing, bro.
That's nothing.
There used to be a lot more.
A vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I found Eric Clapton vinyl for 1,700. I was like, fuck. I'll buy the album on Google Play.
Which
It's
album?
cheaper. Slow Hand.
You like Clapton?
I love
Why was he called the fifth Beatle?
He was?
Yeah, I've heard so. Because
I don't
he
know.
toured with them a lot, right?
He did?
Yeah, bro. Have you heard I love, this is one of my favorite songs. It's called While My Guitar Gently Weeps by
Obviously.
the Beatles featuring Eric Clapton.
Huh?
That's the best
Wait,
one.
Eric Clapton has also released a song named just. No.
That is the Beatles song featuring Eric Clapton.
But damn, like if you go on a road trip, you listen to Slow Hand by Eric Clapton. If you are having a beer with a friend in a balcony, you listen to Slow Hand by the beat. By Eric Clapton. Yeah. So Eric Clapton, Slow Hand is basically that album. Also, I listen to albums and then share them on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. Then you should. I have a whole highlight.
I like concept albums. Like,
I love concept albums.
did you check out the one I told you by Wasp?
Kinda.
It was called The Idol.
I kinda did, but I don't remember. But I will listen to. No, I did not. I heard Motley Crue ka album. I don't remember the album, but
I don't know of any concept albums.
concept albums are really hard to make, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously.
Yeah, you have to stick to one thing. It could take.
It's like
a
writing an
lot.
anthology and then making
Yeah,
music
make
for
a
it.
music for it. Yeah. The album thing that I was working on.
Yeah, sorry.
So,
back to you.
I started working on the album, and it's been going on since 3 years. Don't hate me for that. I mean, I've been working on the same album for 3 years. Yeah. So
Is it gonna be that good though?
it better be. I hope so.
I'm pretty confident it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident too, because some songs, I can listen to them all day. Like I don't like listening to my own songs after I release them, because I'm very
jittery.
peak. हाँ कि इसमें
Restless.
ऐसा हाँ कि इसमें ऐसा होना चाहिए, इसमें ऐसा होना चाहिए. But then I'm
fussy?
like
Picky,
picky,
choosy.
हाँ choosy or perfection. I don't wanna say that word, but perfection. Like I have mild OCD, very mild. So
Okay.
I'm like yeah nahi. So basically what the mix engineers say, sound engineers, they're like a song is never complete. It's abandoned. Yeah, so that's what we call, like when we upload a song, like it's time to abandon this and upload it.
Yeah.
That's what we say when it's time.
What's the... So is this like how things worked even back in the day? Like with Jimi Hendrix or the Yardbirds and...
I mean, they didn't have much options, right? Because it was all analog, because they cannot redo anything.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, this is the take, this is the final take. So yeah, they don't abandon it, but they are like, pretty confident with the take. So they are like, okay, we are gonna use this one.
And what did the sound engineer do in those days? Was there a sound engineer?
Yeah. There were producers, sound engineers, mixers, everything.
Yeah.
So the mix engineer's job is to enhance the song. That's what I do full time. Like the main thing is mixing a song.
Sorry.
But I produce also. Like
How is it different from mastering?
mixing is making every individual instrument sound better and fit with the song.
Yeah.
And mastering is making the whole track sound better and sound even. Sound even, like if you listen to it on a speaker or phone.
It's subtly different.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty subtlety.
Mastering is very tough. You need a good ear for that.
Yeah.
Because if car में अलग सुनाई दे रहा है and it sounds different on phone, so it. So
मेरा
basically.
podcast master करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि वो हर जगह अलग सुनाई देता है.
So mastering, we'll do it. Like there's a cheat for mastering, which I'm not gonna say that on camera. There's a very cheap cheat.
Do you also arrange music?
I arrange my own songs.
Yeah.
Because
Please tell the audience Okay, arrange, compose.
Arrange, compose, produce, record, mix, master. That's how a song is made. So compose, for example, if Jaski is an artist or a musician who is coming, okay, I have a song I have composed, I have written the melody. So he has a composition. So I'll basically help him to arrange the song, like, place this part here, so it would sound better, or place this part here, or play it like this, or play it like this, or sing it like this. So that's what comes under arranging. And then when it comes to producing, so basically for me as a producer, my job is to
Go on. What's up, bro?
Okay,
What's so funny?
I don't know. You were having
Sorry. Arrange हो गया, compose हो गया, produce
production में song. So take Baby Blue for example.
Okay. Example,
yeah. Play the clip and then people will listen to it.
Yes.
And so take Baby Blue for example. So
bro, what's up? What's so funny?
I don't know.
Go on, man.
What's so funny?
Take Baby Blue for example. फिर आगे.
Okay, so it was just a guitar track. Like it was only played on a guitar.
Okay, like a singer-songwriter kind of.
Singer-songwriter kind of thing. The riff.
They don't even know what a singer-songwriter is. Some of them.
Yeah, singer-songwriters are boring.
Okay,
Don't listen to
very
them.
True. So
I have a very strong opinion.
I like John Mayer though. Some of his numbers are a bit.
Mayer is amazing.
They're a bit singer-songwriter types.
They are all singer-songwriter. The whole album, The Search for Everything, it's all singer-songwriter. But
which album?
The Search for Everything. It's an amazing album.
Though you mumble more than I do. People have been complaining to me कि मैं बहुत mumble करता हूँ. All the words are stuck together.
अरे मेरे it's a problem. Okay, like when I talk very fast, ऐसा हो जाता है.
I used to love Heavier Things though by John Mayer.
Heavier. Fuck.
नहीं, we're digressing again, dude.
Okay. Where were we?
Produce.
Baby Blue.
Baby Blue लेके produce.
Guitar पे थे, हाँ. So there was just a guitar track. So it's I thought कि चलो इस पे if I add a piano, it will sound better.
Yeah, it does.
If I add drums the certain way, they would stick with the song. If I add bass a certain way, it would stick with the song. So that's like bass का tone भी ऐसा चाहिए. The drum tone should be like this. The guitar tone should be like this. So that's my job as a producer to make the song fit or make it sound good. In short,
arrange, compose, produce.
Now it comes to mixing. You record and produce simultaneously.
Yeah, true.
So and then it comes to mixing. So mixing engineer, what he does is if you have like everything is recorded in mono or stereo. So basically mixing engineer's job is to
अभी तो और भी है
7.1, 5.1, but you don't use that in music.
You don't? We do. Well,
you do.
Sometimes.
For example, The Sky is a Neighborhood was mixed in 7.1 or Dolby Atmos. Foo Fighters का एक song था.
But where do people listen to it then?
वही तो problem है. Like you need a 7. Like not everyone has a 7.1 setup at their home.
Yeah,
just to listen to music, right?
Yeah.
So basically we mix in stereo or 2.1 if I'm feeling very funny or if I'm feeling very nice, I'll mix it in stereo or a 2.1.
That's like people who shoot in 8K these days. But all the cinema theaters here are 2K.
2K. Yeah, so yeah.
Maybe 4K retina है किसी के पास, but they don't have the source file for it. Like Netflix won't give you 4K. Does it give 4K?
It does.
Oh, okay.
But you have to pay more for it.
See, and then these set-top boxes and all, they don't.
They don't give 4K. So
it's I think one of
Yeah. Why? For example, if you even make a song in 7.1 and then you listen to it on stereo, it's gonna sound fucked up.
Yeah.
Because the whole channels they are just gonna flip and go to the other channel. So it's
so nobody can listen to this song and let the sky what the sky fall.
The Sky is a Neighborhood.
The Sky is a Neighborhood.
You can listen.
Nice.
It's mixed. It's mixed in stereo and 7.1.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, वरना तो क्या बहुत लोचा हो जाता. So yeah.
तो प्रोड्यूस हो गया, मिक्स हो गया, फिर मास्टर होता है.
मास्टरिंग.
और तू सब कुछ करता है.
Yeah.
इनको पता नहीं है मास्टर क्या होता है, वो they're not interested.
Mastering, no one is interested, but mastering is very important.
What is the remastered like? The old albums are remastered and
1980s में फर्स्ट सॉन्ग क्वीन का remaster आया, अभी मूवी बना था, so they remastered it for the movie.
Yeah.
So there's a loudness war thing going on.
Okay.
So if you listen to old songs, they are not as loud.
Okay.
But if you listen to songs right now, they are very loud.
Okay.
So you remastered those old songs to match the loudness of this era.
Right. So this era is louder.
This era is very loud.
But why is the music so bad as compared to earlier? Or is that just me?
No, the music is bad. No, I mean
comparatively. Like
comparative.
over the decades, it's just gone downhill. If you ask me, like with all genres, with hip hop, with rock, with metal, with electronic.
People seem to like it, right?
I don't know.
Like the audience is very vast, for example.
Yeah, but there's no real. What's the word here?
Yeah.
Like there's no real fans anymore. Like I know kids.
Everything is quantized. Quantized as in everything is beat perfect, pitch perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything sounds perfect.
Yeah, that is true.
There is no human element to it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Probably. No, but I'm saying even as
robot music, basically.
consumers or for fans or people who like listening to music, love listening to music, like I used to be, like all day, every day. But these days, kids are listening to it. They're not listening to it as an album. Most time they don't even know the artist.
Listen to it as an album. I hate that so much.
And they're doing it like, while eating food. Like I did that too.
But they don't take out time.
Yeah, it's not like बैठ के म्यूजिक सुनना है.
आज मैंने एल्बम लिया है तो मैं सुनूंगा ये. ऐसा नहीं सुनते यार.
अभी वो गाड़ी चला रहा है तो सुन रहा है. वो I did that too, but now they don't do that. कि I'm gonna, sit and enjoy music for an hour. They need to do something. And music is just like in the background. It's not.
It's very sad. It's very sad. I mean, we as people who make music, we listen to it for the first time as audience perspective. Okay, how audience usually tend to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like ऐसे कान बंद करके सुन लिया कि मजा आया. And then we analyze it. So we have to listen to it. But you can enjoy the music if you listen to a whole album. Sit like dim the lights, set the mood.
Yeah.
Set the speakers and start an album and it takes you on a whole journey. For example, Aerosmith का एक album है.
Aerosmith.
Music from another dimension. Aerosmith जो भी. So they have an album, Music from Another Dimension, and it literally starts with the people saying okay, are you ready? The music is gonna take you to another level, and then you are hooked. For example, if you watch a TV show, you are hooked. So you focus, you take all your concentration and watch the show.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah.
But I guess the music isn't that appealing.
No, I just think people don't.
This era,
the
like,
same. Music. Yeah, see,
it's not that appealing. कि कि shit, ये क्या हुआ? I'm gonna listen to it and concentrate.
And why do all songs sound the same these days? Like
I hate that. All
like
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Especially with the commercially successful artists,
pop artists, yeah.
Even with like hip hop or electronic, like. Also, a lot of artists are on everyone else's track. Like this guy featuring that guy
featuring that, and recycling their resources.
They sound very strange.
Guys, you
What's happened to lyrics, bro?
Lyrics ka.
Why do people not give?
They don't give.
Are you gonna write good lyrics?
I hope, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are you gonna hire someone to write good lyrics?
Yeah, I mean,
and pay him well.
Yeah, and there's he's a friend. I'm not gonna pay him. I'm gonna pay him with my friendship.
Right.
But I have a friend Azan. He writes really good. I did an album in 2018.
What language?
English.
Okay.
Well, I'm not pretty good with Hindi.
No, but he writes English.
Yeah.
You're not very good with English either, but
fumbles. That's why I don't write. Sorry. That's why I don't write.
So, but do you consume like music from other languages? Like I've been listening to some Greek stuff these days.
Greek stuff? Oh.
Yeah.
Like I haven't tried.
I can't say his name right. His name is he's old. It's filmy kind, but there's this Bollywood catchiness to it. His name is Stelios Kazantzidis or something.
Bari.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff. I mean, I haven't tried other language. Yeah. I mean.
No. Mallu? Aviel?
No. The thing is, I'm not a writer. I'm not a singer. I'm a producer.
Feel hai, bro.
Feel to hai. I know. But if I listen to a song, at one point I would just, I kind of tend to ignore the lyrics.
Yeah.
And, focus more on the music and the melody.
What happens to the artist in you then?
No, फिर मैं सुनता हूँ lyrically.
Like Sairat, the movie?
Sairat? मैंने नहीं
Marathi film, bro. What songs? By Marathi.
आजा. You are a Marathi?
No, bro. The movie is Marathi.
The Marathi is movie. The movie is Marathi. Yeah, I should probably go to a speech therapy session.
No, man, you shouldn't. I was told to, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, man.
Yeah.
So if I have different scenarios. I want a different kind of sound design. Or with Indian films, even like a different background track for the background. You do all of that stuff.
Yeah, but I have yet to explore, as we figured out that I have yet to explore. Like other language, like the English language, I tend to listen to certain lines that the lines that are peculiar about what they wanna say, and if I can relate to that line, I will remember that line. So basically, if I listen to a Mallu song or a Marathi song, I'll be like, kya ho raha hai? I'll be lost. But I wanna try this. Like I watched the movie Bangalore Days. It was whole
Dulquer Salman and Nivin Pauly.
Yeah,
Nice.
But I didn't get what they were saying, but still I got the feel that I got the whole idea.
You didn't see it with subtitles?
No.
Oh, why not?
नहीं थे यार.
डाउनलोड कर लेता.
अरे
मेरे पास है
नो,
subtitles.
हमको कॉलेज में दिखा रहे थे मूवी, ऐसे स्क्रीनिंग था मूवी का, तो वाला क्या ऐसे ही देखो, because we were supposed to watch the movie as a sound designer perspective.
Right.
So yeah, that's.
For that I know quite a few films, but I just love the sound design.
Oh, send me the links. Yeah, I have a lot of movies to watch, man.
Cool. So that's about it, right? Do you want to talk about your album or yourself, or not yourself? I mean, like you narcissist. I mean, like
okay, like I'm very hot. I'm single, so my number will be in the description.
Do you want to mention your orientation?
Not much. My orientation, like.
Are you straight? Are you not? Are you gay? You're bi?
No, I'm very straight. I like.
तो वो तो बोल दे, hot और number तो बोल दिया.
हाँ, but वो भी है. I'm very straight. Very. एक मिनट. I'm very straight.